Okay, so here we go again, another day of cleaning. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Britt. And if you haven't subscribed yet, you probably should, because I normally talk about geeky things, but somehow at the beginning of this year, I am cleaning everything. I do this at the beginning of every year, and sometimes I film some of it, sometimes I don't. But I thought it'd be fun to actually film it this year because, well, it didn't start out this way. Because the first video that I filmed of this series that I'm doing at the beginning of the year, I actually filmed in December, before Cosmo died. And all of the rest of them, every single one, has been filmed after Cosmo died. So, yeah. So this has now become kind of part of a cleaning of my heart and a cleaning of my soul a little bit. Much to my therapist's kind of happiness that I'm doing this, because it's time for me to really start developing new memories with Apollo and new memories without Cosmo. It has been almost 2 months and I still miss him tremendously, so. Anyway, so this is the final day that I'll be cleaning things down here. There are some things in the half story upstairs where I currently use as my home office for my actual bill paying job. I am going to go through my old toys, and I'm also going to go through all of the video games that are up there. I may not be getting rid of any of the video games. I will be getting rid of some of the toys, obviously. I'm only going to keep some of the stuffed animals from my childhood, just the ones that I'm super, like, attached to. But the video games I'm probably going to keep because the majority of them are ones I would still play if the video game systems are set up, which is the plan when I move up into the main unit of this house, which is going to happen sometime this late spring, early summer. So stay tuned for that. There will be a whole documentary about redoing upstairs and how I have it set up and things like that, so look forward to that. Anyway, today, in 3 different videos, I'll be going through my movies, my anime, and my television shows. This video will be for my movies, next week will be my anime. When it comes to my movies and my television shows, I'm pretty sure there's very few I'm actually gonna get rid of, and only just because when I buy a movie, I know I like it. I don't necessarily jump into movies blindly. There may be a few in there that I have never seen because they were either gifts that I haven't watched yet, or I was part of the Disney Movie Club for a long time and I've never really gotten into the MCU, and so I have some MCU movies that I have just never seen because I have never gotten into it. I know, don't come at me. I'm not a big comic book movie person. I used to be when I was a teenager, and just as an adult, I don't know, I just, after seeing, I don't know, I don't know why I stopped enjoying them so much, but I would like to maybe watch the MCU because I've heard it's fantastic. And my TV show, same thing. I don't necessarily buy a TV show blindly, unless it's like a British television show that I haven't been able to see. But my anime, I think there's going to be a decent amount of that I'm gonna clean out. So there's that. But yeah, so stay tuned for those 2 videos coming up. This one is for my movies. So let's do what we did with my books and put all of my movies right here. There aren't nearly as many, which is weird. Well, maybe it's just deceiving because books are thicker. I don't know. Let's just grab my movies and let's go through them. Those are all my movies. Right there. Let's go through the Blu-rays first. I do section off my movies DVD to Blu-ray because I don't like when all the Blu-rays are shorter. So they're in their own section. The anime is not the same just because I don't have that many Blu-rays for anime. So I do have the weird style, but I don't like it. They could have made them the same size. Anyway, so most of my Blu-rays are Disney movies. So we got Zootopia, which I'm gonna keep because I'm hoping I can watch it again at some point. Right now I have a lot of trauma response, a lot of trauma behind this movie because of somebody that was obsessed with this movie, and so now every time I think about this movie, I think about that person. GeekCon story, you know the drill. I have Tarzan right there. Love this movie, and Phil Collins did not have to go that hard, but he did that for us, friends. And then I have, somehow these are all very much out of order all of a sudden as I was transporting them, but I have The Force Awakens. All these so far I'm keeping. Sleeping Beauty, I think this is one of the ones that came from the Disney Movie Club, because I would not have necessarily purchased Sleeping Beauty before others. I would have got it eventually, but I wouldn't have purchased it before others. I haven't actually watched Sleeping Beauty in a really, really long time, so I feel like I want to watch this one again before I decide if I'm going to get rid of any Disney movies, because you know me, I love Disney. So, moving on. I have the 2017 Power Rangers movie, which I love, and I'm very sad they're not continuing with that cast. There were major issues. You don't take Goldar and make him a mindless monster, but I digress. The product integration of that movie was pure genius, and I loved it. Don't at me, people who hate the Krispy Kreme product integration. It was stunning and beautiful. Anyway, just saying. Here is Frozen. I'm keeping that. I like Frozen a lot. I know people think it's overhyped, probably is, but I enjoy it. I have Deadpool. So I've never seen the second one. I probably should. I do like Deadpool. Like, that is the one as an adult that I've seen that I've been like, that's a good comic book movie. I have Batman Forever, which came from when I was a kid, and I still just genuinely love it because I just love Jim Carrey and I love Tommy Lee Jones, and I just love the way that this movie was done. Though apparently this one is like universally hated amongst Batman fans. I don't know. Like, I don't like the Chris Nolan movies, so don't at me. Here's the live action Aladdin, which I love. I thought it was done really well. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm biased towards Disney, and then here's the animated Aladdin, obviously. It's like my second favorite Disney movie, so I love it. That also might be why I like the live action as much as I do. Disney! Here I have Tangled. Don't worry, I also love Tangled. Yeah, I'm not getting rid of any of these so far. Didn't think I would. Here's Rogue One. I don't have all of the Disney movies. I don't have all the Disney movies either. I don't have all of the Star Wars movies. So just an FYI, I don't have all of them. Like the newer ones, I don't have all of them. Here is a collection. It's a 3-movie collection. It's Oliver and Company and then the 2 Fox and the Hound movies. If these were separated, I would not keep the second Fox and the Hound. I've never actually watched it, but I do love Oliver and Company and I do love the Fox and the Hound. So that's staying. This I think I'm actually gonna put with my Christmas stuff. I keep forgetting every year. My Christmas stuff is still in reach at the moment, but this is 2 Mickey Christmas movies, Once Upon a Christmas and Twice a Christmas, or Upon Twice a Christmas. And I mean, I would rather have A Christmas Carol, the Mickey's Christmas Carol, but I don't have that one yet. But the kids like to watch this stuff over Christmas, so I have no problem keeping it. Plus it's Disney and I love it, so for right now I'm gonna keep it. Here is the movie version of Into the Woods. And I genuinely actually really liked this version of Into the Woods. It was different than the stage show, and I do have the stage show in this pile somewhere. Actually, I can see it's on top of one of the piles. But I liked the changes that were made, and you have to remember, Stephen Sondheim was behind all the changes that were made. So those of you who are like, it's so different than the real Into the Woods. And I'm like, yeah, but Stephen Sondheim made those decisions, so it's not like they changed it without his permission. And then I have Hercules, which is another one of my absolute favorite Disney movies. So the last of the Blu-rays, I have Maleficent, which I've never actually seen. I feel like I do need to sit down and watch it before I make a decision. This is one that I got from the Disney Movie Club. This one I know I did. Same thing with the Mickey one, the Mickey Christmas stuff. This one I know I got from the Disney Movie Club. And I do want to actually sit down and watch it at some point. I just am not the biggest fan of Angelina Jolie, so I don't know. I don't know how I feel about watching it, but it is what it is. Here's Lion King 2, Simba's Pride, which so far I have not seen the second Frozen movie, so don't at me yet on saying this if you've seen it and you like it. This is like the only quality Disney sequel that in existence. Okay. I like Return of Jafar. Don't come at me. I know Robin Williams is not the genie in that. Still a solid story. And I actually like the third one too. That's where Robin Williams came back. But don't come at me. They're not my favorites. Actually, I'm not even sure any of them are actually in this DVD pile. But here's the original Lion King. Obviously, this is my favorite Disney movie. And I pre-ordered this the second they announced it. That's where the lithographs over here came from, was from this. But also because the DVD that I had of The Lion King was the one with the stupid song for the morning report. And I had to, like, I don't know, jump through hoops of fire just to not have to listen to it and watch the original release of the film. That I don't have to. It's just a special feature if you want to listen to that stupid song. I come across it in the Broadway version of the musical and I'll go, nope, and I switch the track. I can't. Here's The Little Mermaid. And The Jungle Book, which again, I'm thinking this came from the Disney Movie Club because again, love The Jungle Book, don't get me wrong. However, The Jungle Book is not one that I would be picking over a bunch of other Disney movies that I could be purchasing in Blu-ray form. So, thinking that also came from Disney Movie Club. I do want to join the Disney Movie Club again. It's just, it got to a point where it was too expensive, but now in a place where probably could afford it. Especially with my next promotion that's going to come hopefully in the next year. We'll see. We'll just get through this pile because this pile is really, really simple. It's literally just all Star Wars. So it's these two, which are bonus feature DVDs, and then it's just 1 through 6. Like, I don't have to show you all of it. I am going to replace those with Blu-rays of Star Wars, so all of my Star Wars movies can be all together. I just haven't gotten around to getting the big, like, Blu-ray movie sets. I'm going to. So here I have Monsters, Inc. This is a good example of a movie. I know this is Pixar, and it technically wasn't actually Disney at the time when it was made. It wasn't, don't come at me, it wasn't Disney. Anyway. This is a good example of like one I would have picked to rebuy in Blu-ray form if I really wanted to over something like The Jungle Book. I also have Monsters University, which I thought was actually really cute. I really liked that. Like I said, a lot of these I'm going to be keeping because I don't just randomly buy movies. Okay, we have the 2 Men in Black movies. Yes, just the 2 of them, that's all I'm saying. I have Mean Girls right here and Mary Poppins. Then I have 2 sets of Marx Brothers movies. So this one, which is a bit older. I got this from Half Price Books a million years ago. If you guys don't know, my literal education is in film history. So I really love old movies. So this one has the Coconuts, Animal Crackers, which I love, Monkey Business, Horse Feathers, and Duck Soup. If you guys don't know, I love the Marx Brothers so much. So this is that set. And then I have this set, which has A Day at the Races, Room Service, A Night in Casablanca, and At the Circus. So I really like these movies a lot. After I watched my first Marx Brothers film, I felt like I was like high, like so excited, so happy, like I was on cloud 9. So I really like sitting down when I'm having a bad day to watch a Marx Brothers movie. They're fantastic. Some people have the exact opposite reaction that I did though. Some people really can't stand the Marx Brothers, either love them or you hate them. This is, not sure where the other ones are. This is Herpers. This one is the first one in the movie set, but this is a documentary about people who keep reptiles. I bought this actually from the maker of it at a reptile show here in Bloomington, actually at this hotel that used to host Detour back in the day. Here's one I might get rid of because I have actually seen this one. Here's Guardians of the Galaxy. Don't come at me, I don't like Guardians of the Galaxy. There wasn't a storyline. Or did I completely miss it? My entire education is in film criticism and there isn't a storyline. So if you say there's a storyline, prove it. That one's going bye-bye. I can't stand it. It was a story of just one-liners and a big tree going, I am Groot. That's it. That's literally it. I don't care if you like it. Like it if you want it to like it. It's probably a fun adventure, action adventure story. But I sat down and I watched it with my mom and neither one of us laughed. We thought about stopping watching it about halfway through because neither one of us were like engaged in any story. And we just were like, it's not even funny. We were so excited. The bar was so high and it did not meet expectations. So anyway, I have Ghostbusters 1 and 2. This one I might get rid of as well. Just because I mean, it's fine. It's not bad. It's fine. It's just not my favorite rom-com, but that's My Big Fat Greek Wedding. I don't see myself really grabbing it whenever I want to sit down and watch a rom-com. I really don't gravitate towards it. So I think this one's gonna probably, it's all water damaged from, 2012. So we had huge water damage in the house at one point and it destroyed some of my movies. Or well, the casings for some of my movies. But honestly, I don't see myself gravitating towards this one. I don't love it. It's fine. It's not fantastic. I don't think I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna give my mom a chance to take that one because I know she likes that one, so I don't know if she wants it. But here's the 1995 Power Rangers movie, which obviously I'm keeping. Here's Pokemon the first movie. If it would ever focus on it, there we go. Here's actually one of my absolute favorite movies in the entire world. This is Pleasantville. I love this movie so much. And then here's The Page Master, which I do like. I don't watch it a ton, but I do genuinely enjoy this movie. It's a good movie, so I'm gonna keep it. So here is the stage version of Into the Woods. This is from the original cast. This is my favorite stage show. And Stephen Sondheim just recently died. Here's Galaxy Quest. This was like one of my favorite movies when I was in high school. I love this movie and my mother and I quote it constantly. Free Willy, obviously keeping it. Rest in peace, Keiko. Here's The Holiday. The Holiday is one of my favorite rom-coms that I do love to sit down and watch, but I usually only watch it around Christmas time. So I keep it out all the time, but this is definitely something that, because I do have some Christmas movies. This isn't a Christmas movie, which is why I keep it out. It's not a Christmas movie. It's set at Christmas, but it's not a Christmas movie. Same thing if It's a Wonderful Life. If I had it, I would probably keep it out because it's not a Christmas movie. Don't come at me. But I do only watch this around Christmas because it's just a really cute Christmas-esque movie. This is one of the ones that was also water damaged quite a bit. But yeah, so this is a really good movie. I really like it. It's a rom-com that I do gravitate towards. Here's Hocus Pocus. This is a Halloween movie, so I don't know why I don't put this one away. It's probably just because I love it, but again, I only watch it around Halloween. I never watch this movie otherwise. Heartbreakers. Love this movie. I haven't watched it in a long time. I'm thinking now as I'm going through some of these, being like, oh, I want to watch that movie. Here are the other two Herper movies. Herper's 2 and 3, so there's that. Here's The Giver, which is based off of one of my favorite books. I borrowed my copy of The Giver to my niece, Avi. She's finished reading it, so I hope I get it back soon. But anyway, that's why it wasn't in this pile, but The Giver was one of my favorite books, or was my favorite book until I was introduced to Mitch Albom. But The Giver, this again was very different than the book, but it was very well done. They aged Jonas up quite a bit. Because he's supposed to be 12. He's clearly not 12. Look at him, clearly not 12. But I still really love the concept of this story, and I still, no matter what, just really love what this movie is trying to do. And it's fantastic. So yeah, is it as good as the book? Probably not. They did change quite a few things. But honestly, it's worth it. Fools Rush In. This is another rom-com that I just don't gravitate towards. So sorry, Matthew Perry, but I think you're gonna go over here. Here's Finding Nemo. For some reason, I don't think I own Finding Dory. I actually really like Finding Dory. Oh, how about this pile? Okay, so we got this pile. So this is Clock Stoppers. This is an old Nickelodeon movie. I think this is like the third one that they came out with or something. But this, honestly, is just a fun little ride. I really like this movie. I would keep it. Oh, Bringing Up Baby. So Bringing Up Baby is another older movie. It is from, I can't remember what year it came out. 1938. 1938 movie. Katharine Hepburn, Cary Grant, and it is my favorite genre of film, which doesn't exist anymore. It's what gave birth to the rom-com. It's called the screwball comedy. I love this one. If you ever want to know what it's like to have a screwball comedy, to watch a screwball comedy, this is a really good introduction. There are two others. My introduction is in this pile. It's not this one. It's actually kind of a remake of this one to an extent. It's very loosely a remake of this one. It just has a lot of the same elements to it. And by the way, Bringing Up Baby, baby is, where is she? Is this leopard right there. Anyway, yeah, so Bringing Up Baby, fantastic introduction to the screwball comedy. The Breakfast Club, I mean, need I say more? The Brave Little Toaster, okay. I remember loving this movie when I was a kid. I couldn't get through it as an adult. I want to keep this for the fact that I searched for this and found it at some point. But it's really freaking disturbing and I don't think I'm gonna keep it. I forgot it was a Disney movie. I mean, I know that now, but like when I bought this, I forgot it was a Disney movie. Anyway, I think I'm gonna get rid of this one. It's really hard for me to get rid of a Disney movie because I love Disney, but at the same time, what is this? We have the sequel first because of how I picked it up, but then here's Evan Almighty and then here's Bruce Almighty, which I love both of them. I'm gonna keep them. Here we have Brother Bear, which I really didn't appreciate when it first came out. This is actually the first one. Like I never had to rebuy this one. I never appreciated this one when it first came out, but I rewatched it as an adult and fell in love with this movie. So I love it. Here's Blade Runner. This is one that I don't necessarily gravitate towards a ton, but I do still like having it, especially this 4-disc collector's edition because the special features are incredible. So I'm keeping it. Whew. Here's the one I need to watch again. I haven't watched it in a long time. The only Adam Sandler movie I actually really genuinely enjoy, and that's Big Daddy. I like the other movies that he's done like earlier on in his career, but I don't know. Yeah. Also, the only Will Ferrell movie I like, which everybody else hates, is Bewitched. So, I don't like Will Ferrell. He's not funny. He's not a good actor. He's not funny. In my opinion, not something I like, but I do like Nicole Kidman and I love Bewitched, and this is actually just a cute movie. I like it. I don't watch it a ton, but I do watch it from time to time whenever I'm like, I just want something stupid to watch. Here's Beauty and the Beast. Here's another one that if I would buy this again as a Blu-ray over The Jungle Book and Sleeping Beauty, but I digress. And then of course Back to the Future, which has all 3 movies in here. All right, here's Thelma and Louise. This is, again, not one I watch a ton, and you really can't. It is a lot, but I am gonna keep it because I do like this movie a lot. And then I have 4 of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies. I have the 3 like live action original puppeteered ones, and then I have TMNT, which I still like all 4 of them, so we're gonna keep them. Here is the first Star Trek movie. I never bought the other ones, but this one's good. And I don't think they're gonna make any more because the guy who played Chekhov died, so I doubt they're gonna make more, but these ones are good. Here's, for some reason, the only Spider-Man movie I have, Spider-Man 2. I don't know why this is the only one I have. Don't know. Love it. I mean, again, I don't love it because I don't love, like these days I don't love comic book movies, but like this is one that I do see myself watching again at some point because I did like this as a teenager. The ones I liked when I was a teenager or a kid, those are the ones I'm probably gonna keep, or I'll keep all of them. I don't know. Space Jam. Here is Spaceballs. This is a collector's edition, so this one's got some nice special features. If you guys don't know, the reason why I love collecting DVDs and the reason I will always collect DVDs or Blu-rays is because of the special features. I studied film in college. Like, what more do you want from me? I will sometimes watch the special features before watching the movie, especially if I've already seen the movie, obviously. So, and I will watch documentaries over and over again. That is who I am. I have Ferris Bueller's Day Off, which is severely damaged right here on poor Ferris's head. See that? Anyway, I like Ferris Bueller's Day Off. It's a good movie. It's cute. Emperor's New Groove, which I love. And then this was sent to me a long time ago. This is Eddie Izzard, Dressed to Kill. I've not actually sat down to watch this one yet, so I need to sit down and watch it. I don't know, I just haven't done that. I don't know why. I go through phases of like, oh, I want to watch all kinds of new things, and then I go through phases of, no, I don't, new things give me anxiety. So I'm actually watching new things right now, so right now is a good time to slip those kinds of things in and do those things. Here's Dumb and Dumber, and then here's Dumbo. What's weird is I have Disturbia, but I don't have Rear Window, and Rear Window is like one of my favorite movies. The thing is I want to get like a collection. I want to get the collection of Alfred Hitchcock movies that has it in there, just to save space of all of the Hitchcock movies that I want. So that's why I don't have it yet, but I have Disturbia. I like this remake. It's really kind of good. And then I have the 2 Death Note movies. They're in my movie collection because they're movies. They're not anime. And then Cruel Intentions, which I love. It's a really good sit down and watch movie. If I want to cry and want to feel uncomfortable. This I actually got from like an Indiegogo campaign, I think. It was one of those crowd funding things. It's Walt Before Mickey. And I bought the movie from that, from helping fund it. Here's Walk the Line. I think I'm gonna get rid of Walk the Line. I love Walk the Line, or I don't love it, but like I like it, like it's a good movie, but I don't see myself watching it. I keep it every year when I do this, because I like Reese Witherspoon. But honestly, I don't gravitate towards it. I think I'm gonna get rid of this one. This is Veggietales, the Complete Silly Songs collection. I actually got this for free because my roommate in college got it for free. So she was sent this by mistake and they said don't send it back. So she's like, you like Veggietales and you've got young nieces. At the time I just had nieces, I didn't have my nephew yet. So I still have this. I don't know if I want to keep it. I really like I really like Veggietales, like, especially like the silly songs, but like, that's what YouTube is for, right? Am I actually gonna sit down and watch like a marathon of them? Probably not. So this one, I think I might get rid of, but I think I might give my nieces and my nephew a shot to take it before I get rid of it. But I don't think I want to keep it. Here are 3 of the Toy Story movies. I do not have the 4th one. The only reason why I don't have the 4th one yet is just because I was thinking about repurchasing all of them as like a big box set, since now it is officially over, or so they say. Okay, and then I have 2 of the Transformers movies. I have Revenge of the Fallen, and then the first one. I want to get caught up on Transformers. I do like Transformers. Here's Tommy Boy, much to my mother's dismay. She doesn't like Tommy Boy very much. I do. I think it's cute. And that's the Holy Schnikey edition. That's how I was saw when I was a kid. Schnikes! Schnikey! Here's Thor Dark World. I don't know. This came from the Disney Movie Club. I don't even know anything about it. I've not seen it. It's got Natalie Portman in it. Strictly Ballroom. This is another one sent to me by the same person. I also haven't sat down to watch this one either, but I need to. It's 24 minutes. What's stopping me? Here's a movie I haven't seen in a long time, The Stepford Wives. This is the remake. This is not the horror movie, this is the comedy. Though I have seen the horror movie, and I don't love the horror movie. You actually can see the end of the horror movie, not the actual, like they reshoot the same kind of ending, but then they continue the movie on from the horror movie ending. Fun fact. Marley and Me, Legally Blonde, The Last Unicorn. This is like one of my favorite animated films ever. I love it, so good. And then Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. This is the stage show, but they didn't do it as like on a stage like they did with Into the Woods. This one, they actually filmed it like it was a movie, but it is still the stage show. They didn't change anything. This, again, these are all kind of out of order at the moment, but I have X3. And then I have Jurassic Park. I want to get caught up with Jurassic Park. As of filming this, the newest trailer just dropped like a couple of days ago. So I do want to get caught up on the Jurassic Park movies. I've only seen the first 3. I've never seen any of the Jurassic World ones. So I do want to get caught up on those just because I really want to watch the last one and I really want to be caught up with the storyline. And then here's X2. And then Ice Age. I've never really liked Ice Age. I think I'm going to get rid of this one. And then I have the first Hunger Games movie. I don't have any of the other ones. Here's Homeward Bound 2, Lost in San Francisco. Okay, I take it back. This is another quality Disney sequel. But when I say quality Disney sequel, I'm talking about like animated Disney, right? This is live action Disney. Here's the original X-Men movie. And then here is my introduction to the screwball comedy. It's called What's Up, Doc? It was done in the 70s. Barbara Streisand, Ryan O'Neal, and it was directed by Peter Bogdanovich, who wanted to bring back the screwball comedy, but apparently failed at it because we don't really have those. The closest we have to a screwball comedy in today's films is The Proposal. That's the closest we have to the actual formula of the screwball comedy, but I love it. It's so good. This was my introduction. This is the first one I ever saw. I have Wreck-It Ralph. I don't have the second one. I haven't seen it yet. I need to sit down and see it. I've heard that's actually a good sequel too. And I have The Wedding Date, which is like probably my favorite rom-com. And here's the original Homeward Bound movie, the whole reason I ever got Cosmo in the first place. And Hook. I have Monty Python, The Holy Grail. I have 2 of the Shrek movies. I have not seen any of the new ones of Shrek, just these 2. I have the first Sex and the City movie. I should say the Sex and the City movie, because the second one doesn't exist. And just like that can exist all at once, I'm fine with it. There are issues with it, obviously. There are issues with the original Sex and the City show. There are issues with that movie. But the Sex and the City 2 movie doesn't exist. It just doesn't freaking exist. It can die in hell. Here's Selena. I like Selena, it's a good biopic. And then School of Rock, which I love. I have not watched this in a really long time. This is another one that came from the Disney Movie Club, but I did actually sit down and watch it, and it is so good, and it's Saving Mr. Banks. Oh, it's about the making of Mary Poppins. Essentially, like it's about Walt Disney trying to convince the writer of Mary Poppins to let him make the movie, and it's so darn good. This is another one of my favorite rom-coms. I actually just watched it not too long ago, rumor has it. So this one I'll keep. Got rid of one friend and I'm keeping the other. Okay. Road to El Dorado, one of the only DreamWorks movies I like. I don't love DreamWorks. I don't like Jeffrey Katzenberg, okay? Jeffrey Katzenberg is a jerk. Anyway, moving on. If you guys know the whole drama between Disney and Katzenberg, you probably understand why I tend to lean away from DreamWorks, because I don't want to give that man any more money. But also because they don't care about the quality of their voice actors. That one is actually really well voice acted because they actually used voice actors for the most part. I mean, Miguel and Tulio are not voice actors, I guess, per se. But they are actually like good actors who can voice act just fine. DreamWorks tends to not get voice actors. They tend to be like, what's the biggest name we can possibly get? Oh, Ashton Kutcher, who doesn't know how to voice act? Sounds good. Okay, anyway, moving on. Remember the Titans. I do like this movie. I haven't watched it in a really long time. This one also has really great special features, FYI. Oh, and the commentary is from The Real Coaches. Love it. Because the commentary is so much fun, because then they tell you all of the things that happened in real life that are different from the movie, and it's fantastic. Rat Race, I think I'm gonna get rid of this one. I used to keep it because I love John Cleese, and it was like the only comedy movie in the world that I actually like just loved. Honestly, I haven't watched it in like 20 years. Yeah, it's probably possible. It's 21 years old this year. But Honestly, I don't see myself ever sitting down to watch this one, so I think I'm gonna get rid of this one. Turbo, a Power Rangers movie. Is it the best movie on the planet? No. Am I keeping it? Absolutely, because I do rewatch Power Rangers from time to time, and that is canon. The first movie isn't canon, but that movie is. Here's the only other screwball comedy that I own. This is the Philadelphia Story. This again is Cary Grant, Katharine Hepburn, and this one also has James Stewart in it. Jimmy Stewart, but it's really good. This is probably, honestly, my favorite screwball comedy. This one's fantastic. This is another good one to jump in to that genre and understand the genre and the formula of the genre really well. Though I kind of wanted it to go a different direction, but it's fine. It's actually also a love triangle, and it's probably one of the only love triangles I think is done actually really, really well, because it doesn't romanticize jealousy at all, which I like. Here's the movie version of Phantom. I do want to get the stage version. I just haven't done that yet, but there is a stage version that I can get. It used to be on Netflix, which is why I never got it, because I watched it on Netflix, never wanted to watch it, but I can't anymore because it's not there. This is Narnia, Chronicles of Narnia, Prince Caspian. I was devastated when they stopped making these. Here's Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I don't know why the cover is just the wardrobe, but at least the side says what it is. Not so lucky with one of my anime series, but that's fine. I'm fixing it. Never Ending Story, which I love. Again, not one that I sit down and watch a ton because it's a lot, but I do really like it. I love the social commentary and the allegory of the Never Ending Story, and it's fantastic. And I still cry. Just, you know. And then here's Voyage of the Dawn Treader. Last pile of movies. Alright, here's Beetlejuice. I actually, this last Halloween, really wanted to sit down and watch Beetlejuice, but it wasn't in my Halloween stuff, and it wasn't in my movie collection. I found it upon taking everything out because it was hiding. It must have like gotten wedged like under, like behind, and then everything else just kind of got closed in around it, but I did find it. So I'm gonna sit down and watch this because I've been wanting to watch it. This one's tough. This one's really tough to say goodbye to, but I think I'm going to because I don't love disaster movies, and this one's really bad. And there's only one reason I have it. This is Avalanche Alley. It is a Canadian disaster movie, and Kirby Morrow is in it. You can actually see him. He's in the orange right here. Kirby Morrow is in it, and it feels bad to like get rid of it now that he's passed away. But honestly, am I ever gonna actually sit down and watch this ever again? No. I'm really honestly not. So, sorry Kirby, but I think I'm gonna get rid of this one. That one was hard. Okay. Here we have All Dogs Go to Heaven. I would rather die than ever get rid of any of my Don Bluth films. Wait a second, where is The Land Before Time? My nieces and my nephew must have taken it to must have borrowed it. If I ever borrow anything to my nieces and my nephew, I just kind of assume I'm never getting it back. Hoping Avey returns the giver. Dang it! I have to rebuy The Land Before Time. Good thing I'm doing this. Anyway, here's All Dogs Go to Heaven. I love this movie. All three of these people, the ones who played these three characters, are all now gone. They are all dead. Alright. Here's Adventures in Voice Acting. I'm gonna get rid of this. It was a really bad documentary. I have at least one friend that I can think of that's in that movie, but it's not good, you guys. It's not a good documentary, so I'm gonna get rid of it. Here's 102 Dalmatians. I don't have the live action first one. This one I think I'm gonna get rid of because I have not watched it in a really long time, and I liked it when I was a teenager. I doubt I'm gonna like it as an adult. Maybe I'll watch it one more time just to see, because I did really like it. But I'm probably gonna get rid of it because it's probably very juvenile. But for right now, I think I'm gonna watch it one more time, and then I'm gonna decide to get rid of it at that point. Because here's the thing, I have not watched it in probably 15, 16 years, right? So, well, actually probably longer than that. It's probably been since high school. I graduated high school. This will be It'll be it's 17 years this year. 17 years this year, 17 years this May since I graduated high school. So, I mean, I'm gonna watch it one more time and make a decision at that point. So it may still be here next year, or I may have already gotten rid of it. We'll see, because I don't see myself like watching it before I do this trip to Half Price Books. Here is the 101 Dalmatians, which obviously I'm keeping. I do like 101 Dalmatians. I do want a Dalmatian because of that movie, but then I learned that they're not very good dogs. So I'm probably not gonna get one. Here's 10 Things I Hate About You, which defined my generation, so keeping it. 50 First Dates, which is another one of my favorite. Oh, this is another Adam Sandler movie I like. Anyway, 50 First Dates is one of my favorite rom-coms. It's so cute. I love it. And then 13 Going on 30 is another one of my favorite rom-coms. So there it is. There you have it. All of my movies, and the ones I'm keeping and the ones I'm getting rid of. And honestly, I'm quite impressed with what I decided to get rid of. I mean, is it a lot? No. But again, I don't randomly buy movies. So, ugh. If I choose to spend money on a movie, it's because I genuinely like it and genuinely want to watch it. And do I watch these on a regular basis? No, I don't. Have I not watched some of them? Yes, I have watched some of them. I have never watched, but that's why I'm keeping them until I can watch them and make those decisions, because I feel like I don't want to just make a decision based on something that I have never seen. So it is a goal of mine to actually get through the MCU this year. Now they are all on Disney Plus, if I'm not mistaken. I think the entirety of the MCU is now on Disney Plus. Correct me if I'm wrong. I may have already learned that I'm wrong before this video goes live, but I do want to make my way through the MCU, so that is a goal of mine, and I'll make some decisions on the MCU movies that I have. At that point, I actually don't see myself needing to keep them a ton, and I'm actually rethinking I might put Thor in there, because I know that's on Disney Plus, because that was after those movies were actually sold to Disney. So I don't know, but because those are not going to leave Disney Plus, like, unless Disney Plus goes away. Netflix and Hulu, I understand things leaving those formats because, or those streaming services, because they don't own them, they own the distribution. So things that, like, Disney Plus actually owns the rights to them, so I doubt that they're going to ever get rid of them unless they just get rid of Disney Plus, which would be a mistake. So I just don't know. But my goal this year is to get to the MCU and decide at that point if I want to keep those movies or not. And then same thing with Maleficent. I want to sit down and watch it. But I also kind of, now that I know I have Sleeping Beauty, because I kind of forgot I had it, I do want to sit down, and I know I don't have to watch Sleeping Beauty to understand Maleficent, but there's this part of me that still wants to sit down and kind of re-engage with that storyline, and re-engage with those characters a little bit before watching Maleficent, so I feel like I can actually appreciate it to its fullest extent. So those are goals I'm gonna have this year, now that I kind of gone through this and realized what I haven't actually seen from my movie collection and what I really need to see so I can make better decisions as to whether or not I'm gonna get rid of it or not, because who knows, I might love Maleficent and want to keep it, right? Again, it's on Disney Plus, so it's not that big of a deal, but I'm still trying to make those decisions at this point. So I'm gonna keep the things I haven't seen yet, just as a reminder to watch it, but those are goals that I have this year to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Since it's not the same as the books where I was putting them in a whole new like order, these are just gonna be alphabetized, except for Bruce Almighty and Evan Almighty, because just like Bruce Almighty and Bruce Almighty 2. See, it's I can't put it in order. Anyway, but yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and re-alphabetize all of these and put them back on my shelf after cleaning my shelf, because my shelf is dusty. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up and do my anime collection next. I mean, it's gonna be a whole new week for you, but it is going to be the same day for me, so this is the same outfit I'm gonna be wearing, and the same makeup, and the same me, and the same sadness that Cosmo's not right here. So, on the floor. He stopped getting up on the couch a long time ago, but he used to sleep right here on the floor, right there. He would have gotten up by now because he would have been too weirded out by me moving around, so I miss him. He is still here. His ashes are over there. Anyway, okay. Before I cry, I'm gonna go. If you guys want to see me go through my books, you guys can click right here. If you guys want to see the whole start of the year cleaning series, you guys can click right here. Click here to subscribe to my vlogging channel. Vlogs will come back. It's just vlogging is really hard for me right now, so I haven't been doing it, but vlogs will come back. And then you can click here to subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell and notifications for both of those channels so you don't miss a single one of my videos, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!